We heard on Thursday that the Bedfordshire County Council would no longer exist after April of 2009, and I asked Alistair Burt, MP for this area, what he thought about this.
A little bit like the answer to the question to the traveller, I wouldn't have started from here. I'm not a fan of the whole process of having changed our councils. Our county council was improving faster than any other council in England. Our three other councils in Bedfordshire, Bedford Borough, Mid Beds and South Beds, were all performing extremely well. I wouldn't have gone through this process, which has already cost a fortune, taken ages. Having said that, it's been done. I wish the two new unitaries well. I think there will be a further period of disruption while they begin to pull their services together. And I'm not at all convinced that we will see the millions of pounds savings that the government talk about. However, I'm glad the decision's been made. The council staff have been under a great deal of uncertainty for a long period of time now. They deserve to have their futures sorted out, and people need to know what's going to happen to their services. I think it'll be a very, very busy 18 months, or even less, to get ready for 2009. So I'm glad we've got to this point, and now I will do everything I can to help them succeed.
What are the thoughts of some of your constituents up in the east?
To be quite honest, the amount of public interest in this has been incredibly low. I can't say I've had a lot of letters from constituents saying what's going on. Part of it, of course, is because, again, the government didn't set out a procedure to involve the public. There's been no referendum. The public have not been asked whether they wanted to lose their local councils or not. And I suspect the feelings that you've picked up will come through more strongly when people realise what's happened. Like you, I can see no particular reason why Potton should have been disturbed from its relationship with Mid Beds. Mid Beds was an excellent council, but it's been done, so now we'll have to get used to something else. I mean, to an extent, some of the services which were run in Bedford will now be run perhaps that little bit more locally through a smaller council. So some of the highways, social services, education will be more locally based with central Bedfordshire. But I think more people will get a little bit concerned over the next few months, and there'll be quite a long reassurance job to be done. What will happen is there'll be shadow authorities set up in the area, and work will begin to talk to the PCTs, to the other strategic stakeholders in the area to decide how the services will work, but it will take some time for the detail to come through. I think the best bet is to stay in touch with existing local councils and to ask what is likely to happen to the services. Parish councils and town councils will need to stay in touch with the process because they will need to be involved as well. So I think people should still keep in touch with their existing local councillors and their existing local councils to keep up to date with progress of how services are going to change. And of course, at any stage, always write and contact me as Member of Parliament if there's anything that I can do to provide information, or sometimes act as a signpost for where people might need to go.
Thank you very much indeed, Alistair.
Pleasure.